whether you'd even consider activating DJ this week to kind of help you with some of the depth issues?
Well, I don't see DJ yet. I love where he's at, man. He's getting better. He and Davenport both, boy, they look good, just getting back out there, working them back in. Amik, we'll know a lot more today with Amik, And same thing with TA. That answer is probably going to come through after practice here with both of them. I have a pretty good idea.
You think TA might have a chance to practice today?
I don't see him practicing today. I don't. Amik may be able to go a little bit here. We'll see.
Well, I guess what are some of the things that you have come to understand about facing Vic Fangio just in the flow of the game and the adjustments that he can make and the ways that he can hurt you?
Well, he knows himself very well. He knows the opponent, but he knows himself very, very well, and he's always been great about that, man. He checks himself. He makes sure that you really can't get a beat on him. He's always, now it's core there again. There's nothing super complex, but yet the fact that he asks them to do things they do well, and he just kind of keeps moving around, that makes it difficult, and that's obviously a sign of a damn good coordinator coach. And he does that really well. And those guys, we ask them to do, they're very good at. And there again, it's the front, really creates a lot of disruption. And it allows those guys to play top down in coverage. And then they do match up. They play some match coverage, and so they get in your face and they challenge you. And then you got to be pinpoint accurate. You got to create separation, at the receiver position. You got to play fast. So, he's always done a great job, man. It's a very disciplined unit. Those guys communicate really well. You see a lot of these, these turbo motions, the shifts, the motions as fast as going, receivers going between 1 and 2 with speed. You see 33, boy, he passes it off. He sees it, he bumps, he goes, he catches, he moves, and it's like, but man, they adjust. It's impressive, and those are signs of a well-coached defense, and that's what he's always been. His defenses are, they're very disciplined. They play together, they play hard, and it's no secret why teams struggle against them.
What's his outlook for this weekend?
I know a lot more today. That's another one. I don't see him practicing either, so that's the best way to say it.
What's the trust you have in Brock? If you don't have Sam and those guys in that room to fill
Sky high. Brock, there again, Brock's the guy we don't talk a lot about, but, he's the jack of all trades, man. He does everything for us, pass, protect, run, block. He can run some routes. He plays special teams. He's one of the most dependable players we have on this team. And at the end of the day, what you really need in the tight end position is versatility and smarts. And he's got both of those. And he's tough. So he checks a lot of boxes of a well-rounded tight end. And so that is always going to make me feel a lot better, feel us offensively, feel a lot better.
What is maybe the future you see for him potentially there, or is that just solving a short staff middle week?
No, not necessarily. There's some things he did on scout team that really caught our eye, really leading up to, this has been 3 or 4 weeks ago. We had to use him. It was by necessity. We had to use him on some scout team tight end. And, one day I watch him, he's mixing it up with Muhammad, and, you guys know what we think about Muhammad, the type of player he is, especially in the run, setting edges and stuff. And he kind of held his own, didn't look, I'm not saying he won the rep, but he didn't look like a fish out of water. It looked like, whoa, this is kind of natural for him. He's got some strength. He's got some size. And we know the athlete. He's big skill, right? He's a big athlete. He's got length, can play strong. So then we just kind of, moved him over there a little bit, and he's been working with Tyler Roll. Now, he still does scout team receiver, and he's still working with Scotty, too, here and there. But, we're just kind of tinkering with him. Maybe there's an H-back in there. There's an athlete. So we'll see. We're just going to keep working with him. He works hard, and he works hard, and he's smart, too. Who's that? Oh, yeah, you can only imagine, right? He's fired up to be back. He loves ball. We haven't gotten him on the grass. We're just trying to work him back, make sure he's good. We're trying to be smart, and then, we'll get him practicing next week with the team. But he's here. He's around the guys. So, listen, he's fired up. It's good to have him back.
How much do you see similarities between how you guys, the roster is constructed with you guys vis-a-vis the Eagles, and when you look at just like the type of players that they've yours through the draft and whatnot?
Yeah, well, they drafted well. They've acquired their players a number of different ways, but they certainly have drafted well. And a lot of the players they have are a lot of the same players we really were high on too. So that says a lot just on the respect level of those players they have over there and what they do and their process. Certainly, we don't have the same process as them, and we're good with that. We do ours a little bit different. Brad and I, go about our business a tick different, but there's a lot of different ways to skin a cat, I guess. I don't know how many of you guys have skinned a cat, but
how much do you guys they're always in the back of your mind, I guess?
Yeah, really the last 2 years we thought we were going to face them at some point. We really believed that, and so I would just say that's always kind of been there. Like, hey, we're going to face the Eagles, and those are one of those teams that, as you go throughout a season, I'm talking about over the last 2 years, some of these teams you face and you play, you're like, you're not playing this team per se. Was it good enough to beat Philly when we faced them? Was it good enough to beat San Francisco when we faced them, like 23? That's some of it is how you got to look, which means it's about you. It's about you, and you're holding up your standards on what you believe winning football is, championship football, and you got to be on point in all three phases. And so yeah, we thought this would be, we would have seen them before now, but get to see them this year, go out to their place, which is great. It'll be electric, like we talked about, and we're looking forward to it.
Our viewing it like that, like a Hutch, and taking that much pride as you guys are looking to prove, like you're on that upper echelon of teams in the league.
Yeah, I do. I do like that. I think we need to apply some pressure on ourselves, in a good way, because I know we got the right guys too. That's what helps, right? The reality is we still got a lot of games left. All right. How much is a must win? Well, but yet, man, I think when you view it that way, like we got to find a way to come away with this one. It's important. They're all important, but this is the one in front of us right now. And I just think it applies the right kind of friction, the right kind of pressure on you. So I am good because I know our guys, and I know that they're gearing up. They're going to be ready to respond. They know it's not going to be easy. We're going to have scratch and claw for everything that happens. And really that play that happens with 11 minutes in the second quarter could be the difference in this game. We had him in here, had a visit with him. I tell you, he's really grown. Even this year, just watching him from the first game to the Packers the other night, man, he's growing. He's getting better and better and better. His coverage ability, man, he doesn't get phased. Nothing really stresses him. Can play the ball in the air. But we liked him. There again, he was just a little raw coming out of where he came out of, but he's really taken off. They've done a good job with him.